Welcome everyone to Grow with GoGo. Our functional fitness classes today. Every other week we do functional fitness or chair yoga. So we alternate every week. And this is something that's part of your GoGo membership. And so because you're a GoGo member, you get to access these classes in real time with our instructor live in a class. You get to meet other people from all over the country. GoGo is available across the United States, Canada, even Australia. We haven't had any Australian customers join yet, but that will be a really exciting thing. So yeah, it's just a chance for us to get together and to do something physical. And so, you know, I always like to mention that all of our services are available with our one phone number, which is 855-464-6872. And that spells out 855 GoGo USA. And that gives you access to the whole GoGo ecosystem: rides, meals, groceries, medications, home services. And I'm Cassie. I work at GoGo, and every week we're joined by Adra. So I'm going to pass it over to Adra.
Thanks, Cassie. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Lots of familiar faces and names and some new ones. If you see me looking to the side, it's because I'm scrolling through all of the videos. So great to see you. So we have our functional fitness today. Does anybody, let me wait, I've lost all of the view of everyone. Okay, there we go. Does anybody remember the functional fitness move of the week? What move did we have a couple of weeks ago as our move of the week? It was kind of a complicated one. You can either show me or you can shout it out, or you can put it in the chat. And if you show me, you have to show me a few times because I have to scroll
Going
through a lot.
side to side.
Sorry, Carol, say that again.
Leaning side to side and going the arms up and down. Was that
Is that a guess? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I might be wrong. I think that was one of our functional fitness moves of the week. I don't think that was this last session, last functional fitness, but great, great guess.
And figure four? Was it figure
You know
four?
what? Figure four, I think, is for yoga.
You're ahead of schedule.
So you have to hold that for next week. I'm pretty sure that's next week's. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's for yoga. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. You know, sometimes I get confused, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with, we had like an example of picking things up off the floor. Is that?
Carol it always keeps us honest. So now I'm doubting myself of whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, Carol tends to be right. So, so this is what we had in mind, and maybe we're wrong because we get confused, or I get confused. What we had in our head was that it was deadlifts to pick things up off the floor. Is that sound right? Does that sound right, these guys?
Yes, I think that was it.
Okay. Well, you know, sometimes we get all mixed up anyways, but I'm glad. Okay, so if that sounds right, Carol, I believe you. That was the move of the week, but clearly none of us did it. Because none of us remembered.
Yeah, if you did a move this week, I think that's a win.
Yeah, I agree. Well, hopefully this week our session will come up with something a little bit easier to remember for all of our sakes. All right, so with that, we're going to get moving in a minute. For functional fitness, a chair is useful. Most of the class is standing, but you can sit as much as you need, modify by just sitting and doing your arm exercises seated. A wall space or a chair for balance is always helpful. And then a set of weights. So I have two dumbbells, light weights, so 1 to 3 pounds, or grab some cans, water bottles, whatever you have. You can also not have weight and just slowly move your arms through space without any weight, and that will give you benefit as well. And I think that's it. Let's get moving. So in a moment here, my screen should pop up as your main screen. If it is not popping up as your main screen, you can go to the top right-hand corner of your computer and change the view to speaker view. However, if you want to see everybody's picture, you can keep it or move it to gallery view. So top right-hand corner, gallery view. If you're on a phone, I think you can only view one person at a time, so you might have to swipe until my photo comes up or my video comes up. All right, so let's just start standing, comfortable position. Let's take some big shoulder rolls back. And big shoulder rolls forward. And then let those shoulders relax. We'll inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower the arms back down, really reaching your fingertips away from your body. Again, inhale, circle those arms out and up, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, arms come back down. One more time, inhale, circle. Exhale, lower. All right, let's go into some squats. So let's take our feet about shoulder width apart. Toes can face forward, or you can turn them slightly out. We'll inhale, bend the knees, arms can reach forward, and then exhale, straighten the legs and lower the arms. I'm just going to show you lots of different views. You can just stay facing forward. You decide how low you go. So these can be small, these can be big. Make sure they feel good on your body, that it feels okay. So if your knees are bugging you, maybe you make the movement smaller. Maybe you notice where the weight is on your feet. Let's do two more. And the next time you're standing, go ahead and pause. Let's reach those arms up to the ceiling. Imagine you're holding something between your hands, and then do a little side bend to one side as you inhale. Exhale, lift yourself back up center. Inhale, side bend to the other side. Exhale, back to center. Soft shoulders. Inhale to the side. Exhale to the center. Inhale to the side. Exhale to the center. Keep going a couple more times at your own pace. So if you want to move faster or slower than me, go for it. If your arms get tired, you can always bring the arms down and do this movement with your arms alongside the body. All right, and release those arms, shake it off. So we're going to do those two exercises again, but we're going to add some weight if you want. So grabbing your weights for your squats. So it's not that much weight for squats, so it shouldn't make a huge difference. We'll bring those weights up towards the chest. All right, so I'm just going to hold them close to me. The further you hold them out, the harder it's going to be. So you're welcome to increase the challenge that way. We're just going into our squats again. So feet shoulder width, bend those knees as low as you want to go and back up. You go as slow or as fast as you want. Two more. All right. Now we go to our second exercise, those side stretches. 2 weights is quite a lot for that, so I recommend you drop one of your weights and just hold on to one instead of 2, but you can have both if you want, or none at all. Arms up to the ceiling. So we're doing those side bends again. Inhale, side bend to one side. Use those core muscles to exhale, lift yourself back to center. Inhale, side bend to one side. Exhale, back to center. Keep going, a couple more times at your own pace. Again, if the weight is too much, drop the weight. Or if it's too much on the shoulders, just drop the arms. You don't have to have your arms up to the ceiling. You can do the side bend without the arms. You could also do bent elbows. That'll make it a little less intense. Let's do about one more time each side. And then releasing the weights down. Woo. Take a moment, a couple shoulder rolls. We have one more set of those. So we're going to do both of those exercises one more time. So grabbing both of your weights if you want them for your squats. Hands by the chest or weights by the chest. Feet shoulder width apart. We bend those knees as you inhale. You straighten the legs as you exhale. Last set of squats for now. Couple more. All right. Enough of those. Last set of side stretches. Drop one of your weights, or if you prefer, keep them both. Or get rid of both of them. Hands up to the sky. We inhale, side bend to one side. Doesn't matter which side. Exhale, use those core muscles. Pull yourself back to center. Keep going at your own pace. All right, and wrapping that up, even yourself out right to left. And lower your weight down. We're going to keep warming up our spine. So we're going to go into a version of cat-cow using our chair. You can also use the arm of your couch if you don't have a chair with you, or a table. That would be fine as well. So I'm standing maybe a foot-ish away from my chair, and then hands come to the chair. Knees can be bent, right? So if it feels like it's too much on the hamstrings, you can bend the knees. So instead of being at hands and knees right on the floor, I'm on feet and hands, but my hands are elevated onto a chair. We're going into a cat-cow motion, so we're going to be moving our spine. So as you inhale, you're going to reach your tail to the ceiling and look up. Stretch the front of the belly, front of the body. So you'll feel your back kind of sway. And then as you exhale, you're going to find a scared cat position or a Halloween cat position. You'll round your back and tuck your tail, drop your chin to your chest, and really stretch your back body. So we inhale, cow pose, chest comes forward, tail reaches up, stretch the front of the body. You might feel more stretch in the backs of the legs. And then exhale, round into your cat, tuck your tail, drop your chin, stretch your back. Keep going, a couple more times. All right, and then finding a nice neutral spine, soften those knees, come up to stand to give your back a little bit of a break. Once you're standing, we're gonna do a little twisting. So you're just gonna rotate your spine. Let your arms swing naturally. All right. We're gonna move into some shoulder and arm work. So let's grab our weights. We're going to start with some bicep curls. Let's do hammer curls today. So hammer curls means that our palms are sort of facing towards each other instead of forward. So this would be a regular bicep curl with my palms forward. And a hammer curl, my palms sort of face each other. So it's just slightly different. So we're going to go into hammer curls here. Watch that those elbows try and stay still. So this is what we want, nice still elbows. I'm going to show you what we don't want. We're not using momentum to do this unless you absolutely need to. So I'm doing what we're not doing. No momentum, elbows stay nice and still as you do this. Couple more. Good. All right. We're going to hold on to one of the weights. I'm going to keep holding the weight into my right hand, and I'm going to face my chair or my table or my couch arm. We're going to come forward into that same position we were in before, that sort of hands on the chair or couch or table. My right hand is going to hold the weight. My left hand is going to stay on the chair. My spine stays neutral, so I'm not rounded in the cat position. I'm not arched in the cow. I'm in that nice neutral normal position. Knees can be slightly bent if that's comfortable or better for your body. Let your right arm lower off of the chair. You're holding the weight or not, it's up to you. We're going to do some tricep extensions. First, we bend the elbow, squeeze the shoulder, that right shoulder towards the spine, and then straighten the right arm back behind you. Rebend the elbow and lower the arm. So we bend the right elbow, elbow reaches towards the sky. Keep the elbow high as you straighten the arm. The pinky reaches towards the ceiling. We keep the elbow high as we bend the elbow, lowering the hand, and then straighten the arm towards the ground. Keep going. I'm going to come a little closer for a moment so you can see a little better. So we're just doing one side. Sort of two movements. There's a bend and squeeze of the shoulders, and then there's an extension or a straightening of the arms. Couple more. And then go ahead and take a little break, put the weight down, stand up for just a second. Couple of shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls the other way. Then we have our other side to do. So coming back, hands on the chair. Grab the weight with your left hand. Right hand stays on the chair or table, whatever you have. Left arm kind of dangles down. Spine stays long and neutral. We bend the left elbow. Elbow towards the sky. Straighten the left arm so the pinky reaches to the ceiling. Keep the elbow high as you bend the elbow, and then lower the hand towards the earth. There's kind of two movements. We bend the elbow, squeeze the shoulder, straighten the arm, pinkies up, then rebend the elbow, keep the elbow high as you rebend, and then release the arm. Keep going. Back of the neck is long, jaw is relaxed. All right, wrapping that up, one or two more. And then lowering the weight down, coming to stand, shake it off. I'm getting warm, so sweatshirt is coming off. You can do some shoulder rolls while I do that. All right, so we're gonna go back to do those one more time. So we're going back to our bicep curls first, or our hammer curls. So again, palms are facing towards each other as we bend the elbows and straighten. Couple more. Okay, and releasing. We're going back to those elbow bends and tricep extensions. So coming back to your chair, it's the last set of these. We're only going to do 2 rounds for this exercise, or these 2 exercises. So left hand on the chair. Legs can be slightly bent or straight. We're grabbing the weight with the right hand. We bend the right elbow, elbow to the sky. Straighten the right arm back behind you. Pinky reaches up to the ceiling. Then we keep the elbow high as we bend the elbow, and then lower the hand down. Keep going. Couple more. And then releasing. Coming up to stand just for a second to shake it off. You can do shoulder rolls or just shake out your wrists. And we'll do the other side. Last time you're doing this exercise today. So right hand finds the chair. Knees can be bent or straight. Left hand grabs your weight. We bend the left elbow towards the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blade towards the spine. Then we straighten the left arm. Hand reaches to the ceiling. Then we rebend the left elbow. And then lower the arm, straightening the hand towards the ground. So keep going. At your own pace. Second arm. Couple more. And then put the weight down, lift yourself up. And we're going to get behind our chair or find a wall. So just something to hold on to for balance support. All right, so hands on the chair. We'll first do a stretch. Step the right leg back about a foot or 2 behind the left and bend your left knee. So front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Our feet are 1 to 2 feet apart. We're bending the front knee. We're getting a stretch in the back of the back leg. Then stepping forward, and we'll step the left leg back. So left foot steps back, right foot is forward, feet are about 2 feet apart, maybe 1. We bend the front knee, back leg stays straight. We're stretching the calf of the back leg. Great, and then we're stepping forward. All right, so 2 feet next to each other. We're still holding on to our chair. We're going into heel raises. Feet can either be together or just a couple of inches apart. We'll lift up onto our tippy toes, so heels come high, and then lower the heels down, or calf raises. So heel raises or calf raises, those are 2 different names for the same thing. So we're lifting up those heels off the ground and then lowering them back down with control. We're holding on for balance. If you want more balance challenge, and this is feeling okay while you're holding with both hands, maybe you hold with just one hand, or maybe you hold with the tips of the fingers. If that's still really easy, maybe you hold with just one finger. If that's still easy, maybe you hover your hands. Please make this at your level, so make it work for you. Have as much challenge as you need, but not so much that it's unsafe, right? You want to make sure that your body is safe. You're not going to fall. You're not going to injure yourself. A few more. Right. And then lowering those heels back down. We're going to go right back into that stretch we just did earlier to stretch out those calves. Left foot stays forward, right leg steps back about a foot or 2 behind you. We bend the front knee and we're stretching the calf of the back leg, or the back of the lower half of your back leg. Few deep breaths here. And then stepping forward, right foot meets the left, and we switch sides. Left leg steps back, we bend the right knee. Heel comes down. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent. And then we step forward. All right, we're returning to those heel raises. Last set of heel raises. Feet are parallel, toes face forward. You can either have your feet together or slightly apart. It's up to you. We'll inhale. Let's add some breathing to this. Inhale, lift up onto your feet toes, heels go high. Exhale, back down. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you lower. Keep going at your own pace. And then go ahead and let that go. Shake it off. All right, we're going to go into a little bit more standing work here. You're still going to want your chair for this. I'm going to turn my chair sideways. You don't need to turn sideways. But you're going to turn so that your body can be next to the chair. So my right hand's finding the chair. My left foot's going to step forward. My right leg's going to step back 2-ish feet apart. We're going into lunges. If you don't have a chair, of course, the wall would be fine. We're lifting the back heel off the ground. I might lower my camera, that way you might be able to see a little bit better. So left foot is forward, right leg is back. My back heel is off the ground if possible. All 10 toes are facing forward. Right hand is supporting me on the chair. We're bending both of our knees and lowering the body down. You decide how low you go. You could go all the way down, you could go to a few inches. And then we straighten both legs to come all the way back up. Bending both knees, lowering all the way down or just a few inches, and then straighten. Keep going at your own pace here. So it's up to you. Be kind to your body. Move in whatever range feels good to you. Let's do about 2 more. And the next time your legs are straight, you'll pause, step forward, back foot meets the front, and then turn around so we can do the other side. So now my left hand is on the chair, or left hand is on the wall. Right foot comes forward, left leg steps back. My feet are about 2 feet apart. It's up to you how far you actually go. All 10 toes face forward, back heel is off the ground. We inhale, bend the knees. You decide how low you go. Exhale, straighten the legs. Keep going. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Next time your legs are straight, pause. We step forward, back foot meets the front. We're going to do another set of those in a minute, but we'll do something else in between. We're going to go into some sumo squats. You can grab your weights for these, but you don't have to. So we did squats earlier where they were much more narrow, where our feet were only a couple of feet apart, or maybe even just a foot apart. Now we're going to take our feet really wide. So as wide as you comfortably can. If you're in socks, maybe you take the socks off or put on some grippy shoes or grippy socks. I don't want you to be slipping. So feet go wider than your shoulders and toes point out. So instead of toes pointing forward, they're now pointing out. So we're going to go quite deep. We inhale, bend the knees, right? We go as low as we comfortably can, and then exhale, straighten the legs. Good, keep going. So we're going wide here. They're called sumo squats, but they're just wide squats. Wide foot position. Pushing those feet firmly down into the ground, especially as you rise up. Couple more times. Great. Next time you're up, you can heel toe or step your feet back together. Put your weights off to the side. Last set of lunges. We're coming back to our chair or to our wall if you need it. Right hand on, left foot steps forward, right foot steps back. All 10 toes face forward, back heel is off the ground. We bend both of our knees, lowering the body. Then we straighten both legs. Keep going. Now, if you're feeling confident, like you were really comfortable the first round, maybe you only hold on with 1 finger to your chair, or maybe you let go completely, right? If that's safe, maybe that's the next step, the next challenge is to just let go, be able to maintain your balance as you're strengthening your legs here. Couple more. Next time your legs are towards straight, we'll pause, step forward, and then turn around to switch sides. Left hand is on the chair. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps back. All 10 toes face forward, back heel is off the ground. So same thing, we bend both knees, lowering as much or as little as you'd like, and straightening both legs. Same thing here, if you're feeling steady and balanced, maybe you hold on with just one finger. Maybe you increase the challenge by not holding on. Whatever you do, make sure it is safe on your body. Great. Next time your legs are straight, step forward. Let's grab those weights. Back to our sumo squat. So feet go wide, wider than your shoulders if possible. Toes point out, heels are in. You can have those weights by your chest or just don't have weights, totally fine. We inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Keep going. So notice how these feel different from regular squats, right? Regular squats are much more narrow. We did them earlier at the start of class. Keep going, about 4 more, 4 to 5 more, just depends on your speed. The next time you're standing tall, go ahead and heel toe those feet back together. Put those weights down. We're gonna do our move of the week. We've already done it, but we're gonna do it again. It's heel raises. So heel raises are our move of the week. If you want support, grab your chair and find a wall. We're doing them one more time, but this time we're gonna do them with the feet together. So pull your feet together, toes point forward, hands under support. We lift up onto our tippy toes, heels rise, and then back down. Heel raises. So we're going to ingrain these in our mind. This is the move of the week. I want to encourage you to do heel raises throughout the week. Well, actually throughout the next 2 weeks, right? Because next week is yoga. So whenever you're standing around in the kitchen by the counter, you could grab a hold of the counter and do a few heel raises. You're standing somewhere where you can hold on. Go ahead and do a few heel raises. Try and sprinkle them throughout the day, throughout the week. That way we can just incorporate our exercise into daily life. If you're not often at a counter, maybe in a hallway or in a doorway, you can put your hands on the doorway or the hallway to support your body, right, on either side of you, and then do a few heel raises. All right, my calves are burning, and so I bet yours are too. Let's put those heels back down. Let's do another calf stretch. Right leg steps back. Left knee bends. We're only here for a few moments. We did this earlier. Sort of a warrior one-like position. Back leg is straight, front knee is bent. And then we switch. Step forward. Other leg steps back. So left foot steps back. Right knee bends. Stretch the calf. And then stepping forward. Let's go ahead and step away from the chair if you're right next to it, just so you have a little bit of space. We'll inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling, reaching tall. Exhale, hands lower back down. Again, inhale, circle out and up. Exhale, back down. Last time, inhale, circle out and up. This time, palms touch, lower the hands towards the chest, and give yourself a round of applause. Awesome work, everybody. Great to have you. So remember, heel raises for not yoga, so that's next week, but the week after, heel raises. Try and do them throughout the week or weeks. Yes. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, every week is different. So our class is different. So if this didn't jive with you, we do different exercises the following time. We change it up every time. Yoga is a lot more seated. So if that was too much standing for you, yoga will be better for you. In yoga, we sit 90% of the class. We stand up just once for a few exercises, whereas here you saw we were mostly standing. And that's it. So if you have questions for me, comments, now is a great time to ask.
Adra, that was tough today.
I agree. I'm tired. What was the toughest?
It was tough on my muscles in my legs. There was a lot
Was
of
there a specific
stretching.
exercise you found really challenging?
Just all of the legs. All of
All
the
of the
leg
legs.
exercises. Yeah.
Well, I hope you modified to make it work for you and didn't overdo it.
I did.
Hi, Barbara.
I did.
My question is, I have an issue with my middle toe on my left foot. So when we do the heel raises, is there any way to sort of circumvent, or I don't know exactly what, with the right foot, there's no issue, but the compressing, on the toes with the left. So is it just a matter of not doing that?
That's a complicated question. Without me looking and assessing your foot. So if it hurts, don't do it. What I would potentially recommend, I'm not a doctor, this is just something you might look into, is toe spreader socks. That will help align your toes a little better so that the pressure is more even. If that's what's happening, is that maybe one toe is, a little on top of another, or.
It is actually, I do see a podiatrist. There is something on the toe so that when I bend it, just feels the weight of the pressure on it. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. I'm doing it. Yeah. Or if you just see me not using the left foot, that's the reasoning behind.
That's why. Good. I'm glad you're protecting your foot. You don't want to, if there's pain, that's usually your body saying, maybe don't do this. So.
Thank you very much. It was a good session today. My first, and I'll be back for the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Barbara, there's a great comment in the chat, which is Cassie went, maybe you do the exercise laying down, which is absolutely true. You could do, you could even do it seated or laying down, doing the pointing of the foot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The class was wonderful, though. Thank you very much.
Thanks for everything. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Barbara, I was just going to mention, I do Pilates and I also have trouble with my toes. I don't know why, but they cramp a lot. And I don't know, I'm prone to injuring them. And so what that instructor told me to do is, if it's just about maybe getting used to your ankle movement and keeping that mobility, then maybe doing the exercise where your weight is on it isn't necessary, because that's what was hurting it. So I just do it laying down to get that flex without if you're lying down, you're not putting your whole body's weight on it. So maybe a way to modify it. You might not get all of the same effects.
No, that's fine. I think I just basically don't have to do it with the left foot as much as so. But thank you. The class is wonderful. I really appreciate both of them, the yoga and this. Thank you.
Great.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing and asking your questions. I think that always helps people. Does anybody else want to use the little extra time? I know some people are jumping off, and that is okay. There's no requirement to stay on. But if you did have questions for Adria while we have her, feel free.
I
Thank you.
have a quick question. How do you regulate your heels? I have a hard time knowing when to keep my heel down and when to raise it.
Can you be more specific? What do you mean like during the heel raise exercise?
During the heel raise exercise, I see it, but my heels just tend to kind of, I don't know, raise themselves. It's hard to explain, but I catch myself wondering whether my feet should be flat.
Yes. So unless I tell you to lift your heels, the goal is to keep the heels down. So like when we're doing squats or when we're doing squats, well, that's a good example. Maybe you can see me. Let's see. So you could do squats, right? My heels stay down. At some point, our calf muscle might get really tight and then the heels raise and they pop up. So for our squats, I want you to keep the heels down. So for exercises, I will tell you if I want the heel up. Like when we're doing our lunges, I'll say back heel is off the ground. That front heel, when we do our lunges, stays on the ground the whole time. It may have moments of wanting to pop off, but that's telling you, okay, this is my limit. This is where I'm going to stop. And so if you do tend to have your heels popping up on a regular basis, then I would recommend you do more calf stretches. So we did some calf stretches between our heel raises, because what's happening when your heels are popping off is generally the calf muscles are really tight.
Oh, that's great to know. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Great. I think I might see, maybe it's Sherry, or maybe you're using somebody else's Zoom account, but I thought maybe I saw you speaking, the gentleman in the white shirt, but you're on mute. So just wanted to let you know in case you did want to talk. You are muted. I'm going to ask to unmute you, see if that pops up. Still muted, but I'm going to try again. I'm going to press a button to see if it's asking you to unmute. And no pressure if this doesn't work. Just wanted to make sure that you knew we couldn't hear you. And also, if you want to use the chat, if that's easier, you could also put any comments in there. Yeah, I can't hear you, so I think I'm so sorry. I know you can hear me. So if you see the red X where that like red strike through the mic is, if you click that, it should undo itself, unmute itself. There.
There it goes. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was easy. Okay, how
We can hear you.
I'm listed here as on the screen is Sherry M.
Yes.
And that's my wife. And she's not taking this class.
Right.
And so how do we get me, or is it important to have
Yes.
me?
Well, I mean, if you're
I
good
would think
being
so.
Sherry, if you're good being Sherry, that's okay. We could do that. But if you would prefer, like there's a number of people who join where we know their actual name versus the name that shows up on the screen. But if you did want to change it, I think in your account settings, you could change the name, or maybe you add yours. Sometimes we've seen some people do that where like, I think Norma, she's left for a doctor's appointment, but their Zoom account is called Stephen and Norma. Well, and what was your name, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
John.
Yeah, so if you go to your account settings in Zoom, you should be able to change your name and maybe you just want to add John to it. That way when Sherry joins her things, she's not John.
She's not
So
John.
so
To
just
do
a
that
thought.
too.
Yeah, but if you need any help with that, you can email us. You can reply back to the email that we invite you to these things from, and we can try to advise you on that. But
Okay, and I just send it to www.GoGoGrandparent.com.
you would it's actually Gazette, so like a newsletter, Gazette, Gazette. Now I'm gonna see if I can't spell. GAZETTE at GoGoGrandparent.com. So
All right, so
if you've attended these, you've gotten emails from us. So if you just hit reply to one of the emails from us, you'll find us.
okay. But the email that you gave me is GAZ
That's
as in
right.
zebra?
Yep.
Okay, and then what was the rest of it, please?
Yeah, GAZ as in zebra, E as in Emily, TT double T, so like Tom, E.
And an E
At,
again? Okay.
yeah, at GoGoGrandparent.com. And I'm going to put it right in the chat too so you can see it. And this is how you can email us specifically to talk about things like the fun activities at GoGo. But if you ever need help from GoGo Grandparent about another type of service, like maybe a ride or request, you could email support at GoGoGrandparent.com. So I'm going to put that in there too.
Okay.
Perfect, John. Well, I'm happy that you joined, and I'm happy all of you are here. So thank you for hanging on to the very end, folks. And look out for this recording. So for those who are new, we record these weekly sessions so that you could play them back if you have to leave early or if you missed something. So look out for an email linking you to our YouTube channel so you could catch this. So until next time, everybody, thank you. And
Thank
everyone be well. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.